Hi, sometimes I do real work with real files on request of others, and in this case you do not know the quality of files in advance, and there is a risk of hitting broken file, and then the session will be aborted, report massive errors, and the whole R session will be terminated. What to do in this case? There are always some choices. First, you can ignore and skip this file, or you ask for replacement if you have somebody to ask. Or, as we know it from a famous song, we do what was recommended to Henry. I copied and renamed this file as broken. I saw some recommendations online to open such file and fix the error manually, but it's a binary file, it's not a text. And secondly, can you trace an error by eye, just scrolling through such a giant file? I doubt it. It's much easier to ask fastQC to give a summary, provided that fastQC will be able to open it. In this case, it's failed. Run out of data in the middle, your file is probably truncated. And so the first lesson out of it is first check quality of your fastq files with fastqc, then do the mapping. Do not skip this step. The message I got in R subread and here in fastqc both tell me that considerable part of the file is readable, but there is an error somewhere at the end. You can try to read this file from the beginning and from the end, but not directly, because it is a binary file. What can you do? You can say zless broken fastq, then it will read, and indeed at the beginning, or at least in this window, it looks okay. There are lines, the header, then the sequence, then the plus, empty line, and then the quality, and then another header. So the structure is okay. So what we can do is say zless bro, and then direct it to the bro fastq. So we unzip it. Then immediately you will see that there is a broken fastq. File appears. For a moment it is 0 bytes. It took me a couple of minutes, and now I see that broken fastq has already volume. It's huge. And the next thing to do is again try a fastqc program. Let's check, can we read unzipped file? So we get the file, open, and we wait again. And it works. Remember the number. Yeah, you can of course check all the qualities of the reads, and generally it's okay. Next, let's close it and do reverse operation called gzip. First, let's rename it to bro. Why not? Gzip it, bro, fastq. Then immediately we have a gz file opened, and it has 0 bytes at the beginning because we have to wait, and it will take a few minutes again. Attention, when zipping process is finished, then bro fastq file disappears. And if you have some plans with unzipped file, do it before zipping, not after. And now again, let's check whether it will be open with fastQC. And it worked again. Not surprisingly, of course, because nothing will happen when you gzip the file. Very likely the cleaning occurred in a process of unzipping. Likely zless function stopped when hit the error and this way rescued the most of the file. Quite unexpectedly. So we can make a note for future that unzipping broken file into another file and then zipping it again might fix the errors. But what if it doesn't help and there can be many different errors? Then I found a program on the GitHub, fastqwiper, and tried it. So here is the site, and the description is down here. It is a Python program, and whenever it is a Python program, I prefer to use just a regular pip install. When you deal with Python, I prefer to use Anaconda installation because it gives a easily recognizable directory and it comes with many pre-installed packages. Then I select for Spider and then I am in a Spider editor where I write my script over here. I run the script in blocks using this button, or if you want entire program in one go, it's this one, but for our purpose it's this one. And here is the console where you can ask for pip freeze to check which programs are already installed. And fastqwiper is already installed, I did it. But if you did not, then you type here pip install fastqwiper. It will say, in my case, requirements satisfied, but in your case it will install if it is for the first time. That's the whole trick. And here, for simplicity, you have a place where you can access your files, and whatever is open here is a default directory, so you don't have to set working directory, it is automatically set, and therefore paths are not really needed. And out of entire script you only have to say import OS, then list directory, it says it finds all those files, okay. Changing directory not needed. Then you can ask fastqwiper help. It says you have these certain flags, importantly -i, -o, in and out. Pay attention to vocabulary. A, C, G, T, and N are allowed characters. If it is RNA, you change vocabulary. And then you select OS system, which directs the message to the console. Say fastqwiper -i broken fixed. It's a slow business, you have to wait again. But at the end you will see the report in your console window. You will see fixed fastq.gz file appearing in the directory you indicate. And then in the console window you will see the progress report that it is cleaned. At the end it will say again error messages that file is truncated, something is not right, compressed file ended before the end of the stream marker. It fully agrees with what we suspected before. And now let's check fixed fastq.gz file in fastqC. It opens, and this number needs some attention. Well, if my math is correct, it's 132 reads more compared to our previous error fixing trick. What it means is that fastqwiper makes more thorough cleaning and can recover tiny little bit more reads than unzipping zipping procedure. But both tricks work well for me. I hope it will work well for you. And I also hope that my trick will be more useful than those, for instance, presented on YouTube, but surely less popular. My goodness, what people watch nowadays.